chat, I'm gonna go quiet and allow DB a chance to speak with you all. And thank you for doing this.
No problem, dude. What's the crack, everyone? Hello again. Literally just came off stream, and now I'm chatting to you again. How's it going? So everybody watching at home, this wonderful being of a human being, Wizard of Time, he's a precious person, and I think everybody should aspire to be like him. But in regards to words of encouragement, I guess there's not a whole lot I can say. All I can say is just, keep being you, and that's the most important thing. It shouldn't really matter about what people think about you, or how people feel about you, or about the way you look, or what you do. None of those things are relevant whatsoever. What's important is that you're true to yourself and you're being you. And being happy is super important. And I know that we are in a difficult time, and we have been these last few years, and it just seems like the world just gets worse as it progresses. But there's always going to be a lot of negative in the world. So it's important to see the positive and see past that and do what you can as a person to spread that. And I already know ye as a community are just fantastic at what you do and spreading the love and the awareness around wherever we can. And, what I do online is, just something that I take pride in doing, because I have a supportive and amazing community that helps spread what it is we stand for. And that's a positive world and just positive energy all around. So I just want to say thank you for being you. Thank you for being incredible, because you are. And I know that's difficult to see sometimes. And we all go through that in our lives, where it seems that we're not who we want to be, or we're not at a place that we want to be. But I assure you, you're making progress, and it's a step at a time. And once you make your way to the point that you want to be, you will find true happiness, and you'll find who you want to be. So all I can say is, on behalf of Wizard, his community, and my own, keep rocking on, keep pushing forward, and eventually you'll be where you want to be, and spread that once you get there. All right? That sound good?
That was amazing. Thank you so much. Sorry, I had you on mute.
It's all right, dude.
Thank
it's
you.
All right. How are you anyway? Happy anniversary, bro.
Thank you. Again, if it wasn't for you and this wonderful community, I don't know where I'd be at this point. But I don't mean it in a bad way, but obviously you have made a huge impact on me and all of these wonderful people in a positive way, and just keep doing what you do best. And thank you for being you.
Hey man, look, it's the very least that we can do. It's nothing that I've done. It obviously, starting off with content creating and stuff like that, it is a lonely road at first, but you find a lot of friends on the way. And when you find those friends are there to back you. No matter how many is there, they'll back you. And then more and more will start to come and join you on the journey. And we've eventually come to this point where it's not just one or two people, it's a whole community of people that stand for the same thing. So it's not me that helped you, it's us, it's the community, and we'll continue to do so. And I hope you do the same with yours and spread it all over, because Twitch is filled with nothing but people that are out for themselves, and it's a huge problem on the platform. And it's the reason why Twitch has become oversaturated, because there's too much selfishness in the world. And one thing that I can do for being where I am is to do the opposite to that, and try help people that need that little push, that need that little bit of a boost to get to where they want to be, and that can spread the message even further, because that's what it's about.
Well said. That's exactly the case, and I agree. And that's why what you do is so shocking to a lot of people, because we just don't see these acts of selflessness from many other creators and communities out there. And it's a breath of fresh air. See what I did there, people? And so that's why we're constantly grateful that you love doing this, because this community will continue to grow, and it will be filled with more like-minded people that are on the same page as us, where we want to spread the love as much as we can, and just put a little bit more light out there. And we just can't do it alone. And we want to normalize that we are not alone. Like, we want to make sure that we're all mentally working on realizing that we are not alone, and to push ourselves out of our comfort zone to reach out for help, whether it's, therapy, psychiatry, or just reaching out to a friend or family member. We want to make sure that we just stop trying to think that we can handle life on our own and that we've gotten where we're at on our own. That is never the case. We have always received help along the way, and we want to make sure that we give because we can and because we want to, without expecting anything in return.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the important thing about using the platform for the right reasons. The likes of YouTube and Twitch, they weren't put there for selfish reasons. They were there to spread your messages or your hobbies or your passions to other people that would be interested in that. And the one thing that's been lost with the content creating world is the connection. And I feel like when it comes to creators online, they lose that connection because they're just thinking about themselves and what they can gain from the platform, because monetary value seems to be the number one thing for most creators in the world right now. And yeah, I understand that from a business point of view, that you need to pay your bills and stuff like that. But using this platform mainly just for revenue isn't the way it was supposed to be. It's supposed to connect with people. It's supposed to be a place where people can go and see other people like themselves enjoying what they love, spreading that energy and passion to others. And it's something that has got lost along the way when it comes to turning this into a career. And it just seems to be a thing that most young people want to do these days, is just to make money and make money quick. So it is important for me, and I think it's important for anybody else that's doing this, is to stay grounded, is to remember where you came from, is to remember how you started and where you were. And everything that you build up along the way, that is a blessing, and it's a bonus in doing what you love doing. Never lose sight of that. Always love what you do and remember where you started, because if you forget that, then you're turning your back on the people that helped you get there, and you're just using them as stepping stones rather than using them and bringing them to where you are as well, keeping them side by side instead of standing on top of them. And I think it's important that we spread that together, because too many people, too many creators out there, it's just selfish reasons they do what they do, and it's not the way I'd like to see Twitch going, but unfortunately it's the majority now. But if 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 beacons of light can show the real purpose of what it means to be a streamer or creator, then that's all that we need, that little bit of hope.
Exactly. That's perfectly well said. And we are making a difference every single day. We are making a difference. And I'm just excited. I'm excited to see where things are going to go in the future. And as the community grows, we're going to continue to spread the same message of making sure that we are showing love, appreciation for the community, and just never losing sight of who we are and what we're about. And I'm just, I'm happy. I'm so much better than where I was at a week and a half ago. And it's thanks to everybody here. I was so pleasantly surprised. I did that originally. I made that video originally just as a way to cope for myself by just sharing my thoughts and feelings externally and just sharing it with you all. I thought, all right, I feel a little bit better, kind of like a live journal. Again, for those who are old enough to know the platform Live Journal from, I think, 15 years ago, whatever, and everyone just kind of blew the doors off, and it was just eye-opening, because I did start to lose my way and forget where I came from, and y'all brought me back, and now I'm doubling down on what really matters and wanting to share that message, because there are a lot of other people out there, unfortunately, that are not doing this for the right reasons, and you'll find yourself more miserable often than not, because now in the end, this is just a job for you. This is no longer something that brought you happiness. So that's why I've mentioned, if people start seeing content from this platform that's just completely all over the place, if it's completely random, it's because at this moment this brought me happiness and I wanted to share it with you all. And I think that's what we need to do. For example, DB has been playing Horizon Zero Dawn all week. We all know that DB has journeys that he's going through in other games, and that this is different from the traditional schedule. But that's okay, because now you all get to see him experience the passion, or experience Horizon Zero Dawn from start to finish, and then you'll get to experience the sequel, and you all get to witness that, because he made the conscious decision, you know what, I want to play this game because it's going to make me happy, and I want to share this with you all, so this is what's going to happen. And I would like to think that everyone was on board. I think it was an easy decision, and I want to see more of that from you. I want you to take your own advice, okay? If there's something you want to do and it'll make you happy, but you talked yourself out of it for many reasons, try not to. Try to acknowledge the point where you are, doubting your decision making, so to speak, because of X, Y, and Z, and just do it. And I think we can really inspire other people to just focus on happiness and not trying to find a strategy to grow faster than normal, or to reach a certain milestone by this deadline that you have set mentally, because if you don't reach that deadline, then you're considered a failure, and you can't do that. And appreciate the journey. I think people, including myself, have forgotten that, how the journey is what it's really about, not necessarily the end goal. More often than not, just as a human being, human beings are typically never satisfied. You're going to reach your goals that you have set, and then you're going to set a new goal, right? You're like, okay, I reached this milestone, now on to the next one, or it may not have made as much of an impact that you thought it would. Like, you're not as happy as you thought you would be once you hit this milestone. And that's because you lost track of appreciating the journey. So I'm going to be more patient with myself. I'm going to create what I want to create. I'm going to continue to bond with this incredible community, because without them, there's no point in any of this. And I know that you stand for the same things, and you have never lost sight of where you came from, and it's obvious, and it's just once again, breath of fresh air.
True words, dude. True words. First of all, before I say any more, massive shout out to Weird Alchemist for gifting 45 subs to your community. Whoop whoop.
What?
That's insane. Yeah, you missed it. It's right there. Well done, Weird Alchemist, you absolute ledge bag. Look at your face. That's what we live for right there, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we live for. It's just to go off what you were saying there. Yeah, look, the one important thing to note about you streaming and making videos and stuff like that, there is a very, very fine line between the business point of things and happiness and enjoyment. And it's such a struggle to fight the urge to keep doing something that works well regarding viewership, revenue, etc., and doing something that you enjoy. And this is me being honest to everyone as a creator, as a streamer, and especially somebody that does this for a living. There is business sides of it as well that you need to make a decision which works, which doesn't work. And you need to find that happy medium, that place what works for you, that's fun for you, that's enjoyable for you, that still sticks to your passions and what you believe in, but also works well as a creator. And when it comes to making a decision, trying something completely different, that's completely, separate to what you usually do, there is that doubt, that fear, and I like to call it creator fear, of not getting the same results that you'd get from something that you usually do. And that's a constant mental struggle for a creator to deal with. So getting past that hurdle for me is always a difficult challenge, but I have found a place and I've established a community that will tune in no matter what. And that is probably one of the biggest milestones any creator can achieve, is that the community are there for you, not for the content. And there is always going to be somebody that's there for you. And yeah, the numbers may change, but there's still gonna be people there. And don't ever lose sight of that. It shouldn't matter if it's 10 or 1,000 people watching. If there's people taking time out of their day to tune in to watch you, those are the people that truly matter. So never lose sight of that. And Horizon Zero Dawn is one of those things where I was like, will I do it? Will I do it? I'm not sure if I should do it because I'm not sure if people will like it. And then I done it. And this week has been one of the most successful weeks on my Twitch channel. And I think that's just a huge eye opener. It shouldn't matter what you do, but at the same time, stick to what works, stick to what you enjoy, and people will keep tuning in. But now and again, mix it up, try something different, because it keeps things interesting and you want to enjoy what you do. And that's super important, because if you enjoy what you do for a living, then you never work a day in your life. And that's just fact.
Okay. That's just so well said, and it's the truth. It really is. And again, what he mentioned that's most important is balance. Find that balance, and don't be afraid to try new things, but don't feel like you have to constantly try new things often, because for example, people knew me for the longest time because of Breath of the Wild, and now people are getting to know me because of Pokemon and whatnot. But there are other things that we've done in the past that people loved. People loved me getting terrified with horror. People loved all the raging in Mario Kart. And by the way, I will get my revenge, because that screenshot is still on the internet of me coming in last and you and Smithic beating me. But outside of that, it's just, if everyone could just remember in the back of their heads that you want to be happy and you start working on what makes you happy, it's going to work out. It's going to work out, and we have to be patient. Everyone's journeys are different. There's no secret to success. There's no get rich quick, success stories, or, overnight successes. There's no such thing as overnight success, actually. A lot of people, whenever you see certain people successful, and that's a unique meaning to everybody. Success is something different for everybody. You're thinking, something like one video went viral, now they're successful. It's like, no. What you don't know is that this person has been working on their craft for 10 years, right? Gotten denials over and over and over, turned away, or received doubters and haters from whatever it is that they work on. We're not just talking about content creation. We're talking about life in general. What a lot of people don't see are the amount of times that people are denied their dreams, their goals at times. I think actors and actresses are another great example. Some people, I really like Kevin Hart. I think he's funny, and I try to do impressions of him a lot. I think Kevin Hart is in his 40s. And what a lot of people may not realize is that he's probably been doing stand-up comedy for like 20 plus years before he started finally getting opportunities to star in movies, to become an entrepreneur and run his own business and company and start helping others, and could theoretically never have to do another stand-up again, because he never quit, and he has set himself up. He's put himself in a position, based on his relationships and hard work with everyone, to be able to take care of himself and his family. And I think, and I don't know how many people talk about this piece right here is your long-term goals. I'm not saying 5-year goal or 10-year goal even. I'm saying, what do you really want in the end? And for me, I want to be able to reach a point where I know that my family and myself are going to be okay and taken care of. So becoming full-time isn't the end goal. You know, you can become full-time and be living paycheck to paycheck, or, you know, you're constantly struggling with balancing, you know, what bills are going to get paid and what can you push off. And, you know, I want to reach a point where I will thrive. And just like so many other people, like Kevin Hart and all that, I want to reach a point where content creation was my gateway into being able to create more opportunities for me and my family in the future to be secure and to have more opportunities to accomplish their dreams. So, you know, in the content creation space, I don't ever expect that I would do this forever. I don't think most other people think that they would do this forever. And, you know, I just want to be able to continue to connect with people, spread love and positivity. And I'm not talking about toxic positivity. So ADHD brain's going all over the place, so I apologize. And if you end up having to go DB, I totally understand. But toxic positivity is the sense of you're always trying to like downplay, you know, negative events that happens where like, you had a bad day. Well, your friend's day was worse, or their day was worse than yours, or you're sad, you know, because things aren't going your way. Okay, well, things are worse for that person. Like, you're constantly invalidating how you feel because someone else always has it worse than you. And if you do that, it can put you into a dark place where now you feel guilty for ever feeling bad or upset about anything going on in your life, right? You're just like, oh, well, for example, I have a house, I have a wonderful wife, I have 2 healthy dogs, we have a fence so they have a yard that they can run in, and we have 2 cars so we can get from point A to point B. And we have internet and electricity and water. And if we always tell ourselves that we're grateful for all of that, then we should never be unhappy, right? We should never be sad. We should never feel like we're struggling through anything because we have all this, when that's not the case at all. It's important to acknowledge these positive things, yes, but understand that that's not always going to bring 100% happiness. So just share the ups and downs, you know, continue to be yourself. Let yourself be more okay with the fact that every single day there are going to be highs and lows. It's never just going to be all highs, you know, all positive things or all negative things. It's going to be up and down, and that's okay. If you woke up on the wrong side of the bed, if you had a bad morning, you didn't have coffee or something, or you woke up late, you can tell yourself, that's okay. I had a rough morning, but I'm going to make sure that I have a better day or a better evening. I don't want the evening or the night, the end of the day, to end the same way that it began. And you have to want that. And so it's a daily battle. We all struggle. And again, I really appreciate everything that you've shared with us today, DB.
Hey, look, dude, it's absolutely no problem. And I appreciate your words of wisdom as well. And one final note is just to say to everyone, like, just thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting us as not just creators, but as people. You've made our days better. You've helped us in so many ways, more than you can even realize. And we're grateful to have you here. And anybody that's watching at home, if you're going through a rough patch in your life, all I can say to you is that that's life. And sometimes life throws those lemons at you, and it's up to you what you do with them. I suggest you squeeze them on delicious chicken and make yourself a delicious meal, because that'll make you feel better. Sometimes we just need to get through it and get past it, because as human beings, if everything was easy, we'd be soft. But the more that's thrown at you, the stronger you get. So there is another side to it. And once you get to the other side, you'll come out a better person. So stay strong, everyone. I appreciate you all being here. And again, massive happy anniversary to Wizard of Time and his amazing community. I can't believe it's been a whole year since you've reached partner status. Time flies. But here's to another year of amazing content and another year of more and more people joining your absolutely incredible community.
Thank you so much. I hope you have a great evening. And again, keep doing what you do best.
I will, dude. I will.
And have some lemon chicken.
Bye, everybody. Have a good rest of your day, Wiz. And again, happy anniversary. I'm going to go eat some food now.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
Good luck, everyone. Bye-bye.